I hope, yeah, I should hope only that you all must have got some time to listen to it. We have been talking about a steady intellect. And if we recall that the knowledge should be right and good. So right and good knowledge means that it never changes. And on that, the knowledge should be steady. So anyone in this world who has the steady intellect lives the life of peace and happiness. Sorrow and the suffering dare not touch them. That is the summary of couple of sessions that we had before. So that is a one way to recall. Now what happens? We have to, okay, once a week, join the session. It's okay. Why okay? Because I'm too busy and I'm busy to have a stress. So I have a conflict. I want to manage the stress when I see the beer guy, otherwise, okay. That intellect cannot become a seeker. So now, see, come back to the steady intellect. I'm just pointing so that you can check your mind and intellect. I had a beautiful conversation with a sweet mango. I asked him, what would you do if I put you beside the salt? He said, no worries, no worries. I will remain sweet. Pay attention. If I put into the lemon, no worries. If I put you in a small jar or a big jar, small house and a big house, no worries, I will remain sweet because I am a sweet mango. So I will put you near the jalapeno. No worries, I will still remain sweet. Now think for a while that you are a sweet mango. I'm just talking about the steady intellect. You might be thinking, it's all a philosophical, it's all intellectual. Where is the practice? Because without knowledge, I cannot do the practice. So now you are a sweet mango. Your mind says, my honey is not good, but you are sweet. You are near your honey. What will happen? Are you understanding the importance of a steady intellect? You hate someone, your mind hates someone, but you are mango. You have a small house, then what? You are mango. You have a big house, then what? You are mango. Do you see the importance of steady intellect? Can we maintain that steady intellect even for a couple of hours every day, bypassing the mind that causes the likes and dislikes, pain and the pleasure, reaction, fight, and etc. Are you getting it? Even for few hours every day, within a week, you are a changed person. You are a great seeker. Think of it. Think. Why we give why we give so much of importance that a seeker alone succeeds. And a seeker is one who has a power of discernment and a dispassion, remains calm and relaxed. Where, everywhere, in what condition, in all the conditions, with whom, with everyone. Now, ask two questions. First thing, is it possible or not? If you say no, you did not understand what do you mean by steady intellect. And if you say yes, it is possible. So, with that awareness and attention in the mind, I keep my intellect steady, not to allow the mind to dictate me the way the mango says, I will remain sweet, put me in any situation. Are you getting it? I'm trying to give you through an example. I want to remain sweet, what I am, where I am. That is the importance of a steady intellect. That is what we have been talking in couple of weeks. My master says, good people do not need good clothes. They are good. Whatever they wear, it becomes good. And to tell you frankly, recently in couple of years, I learned what is a good match of the clothes and dress. My son, my honey, they all have a complaint. You don't know what a match. What I should, why I need that match. I'm okay with whatever I dress I wear. And knows it. Our goodness is our good clothes. Our goodness is good speech. Why? Steady intellect. Think of it. Our goodness is good expression. Shiva is known as the founder of yoga and meditation. He sits in the Himalayas on a snow, almost naked, only covering the lower portion. And he covers the lower portion not with the underclothes, but with the skin of a deer. We don't see. So, what happens when we have a steady intellect? This happens. If I do not think, nothing will happen. If I do not contemplate, at least even for a few minutes every day, that is what my master and great master says, Satasangatve Nisasangatvam. Satsang means company of these principles, listening and learning, you are continuously listening and learning. It brings a sense of detachment in the mind, awakens the steady intellect. What I have to do if the person is behaving like a chili or a lemon or a salt? I'm citing the same example. So it is only the intellect that keeps my mind in check. Mind says, I will do what I like and what is pleasant. And when what we like, what is pleasant, that it begins the journey of the three diseases. Do you remember the three diseases? Attachment and detachment. Second level of the disease, sorrow and the suffering. And the terminal level is the delusion, misunderstanding, wrong notion. The moment my intellect thinks what I have to do with this person, mind, why you are hating, why you are reacting. When we live with that awareness, we push the mind. It's a matter of thinking, contemplation, and reflection. If we do not reflect on it, then mind will show me different things. And it is because we are not contemplating and reflecting about our life, we are doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. I told you, honey, that you should not have behaved like this. For example, do you see? Do you see the expression? Come on, how the hell what you are doing? What you are doing? No, enough is enough. Come on, it's your mind that is crazy. Who says enough is enough? Think, think, reflect on it. Reflect on it, and you will find the answer. So we are doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. It is not possible, it will not happen. Refer again. One example is the mango, sweet mango, and the second is the steady intellect. I believe you all are wise, so you will never forget the example of a sweet mango. Then think that can I be a sweet mango? So when the intellect contemplates and reflects, so it discovers what is right and good. See such a simple example that mind has been hating a person and he knocks the door, you see him, and the intellect becomes alive. Come on, welcome. What I have to do? I tell you frankly that even if you live, keep your steady intellect alive for 1 hour, for 3 hours, your mind is calm and relaxed. You'll feel, oh, what a lightness that I feel. You will stop complaining that my mind is wandering and distracted. I did not succeed in meditation. I can tell you. So here, one master concludes. Now think, see that how there another master concludes, mixing all the teaching. So one master concludes that you are a non-thinker, even being a human being who has given the free intellect to observe, to see what is right and good, to make a choice, to hold on to that choice. You are a non thinker. That is why this mind is constantly running after likes and dislikes, reaction, anger, hesitation, and then the mind is one. Prove, you all are wise, prove that this statement is wrong. Prove that this statement is wrong, made by the master, because I am a non thinker. So now I move again to the another master, Shankaracharya, who says you are given a human birth with a with a intellect that is free to observe, make a choice, and act on that choice, plus a higher level of self-awareness, and even then you are not living your life in peace and happiness. What a crazy people you don't know I'm very busy. So being busy again comes to the mind. When you are busy, you are a non-thing. Simple. You only have 24 hours. You cannot be busy for 25 hours. Do you see that? See their logic, logic of their masters. One thing is clear, I don't know anything. I'm just passing on this knowledge. So the master says the intellect is knowledge, knowledge is understanding, understanding is clarity. Clarity means after knowing what is right and good, I am holding on to what is right and good. What I have to do, if there is a jalapeno beside me or a salt beside me, I should remain sweet man. Finish. Now, let me ask you, is it possible or not? If we are a human being, is it possible or not? With an average human intellect, we understand that it is possible. It is possible. My master used to say that once we have understood this, this is known as emotional and mental maturity. Compare, we are not taught this knowledge in the formal education system. We lay a stress that we are naturally mango, we should remain mango. This is our teaching. Now, what is the teaching in formal education? You become a doctor, plus plus you are ready to scan. Huh? You are a financier, plus, so here you see that? Do you see the difference between the formal education and we say we need only emotional and mental maturity in our day-to-day life. So when you have that mental maturity, the mind loses its charm of what it likes and what is pleasant. It does not force me to do what mind likes by default, but it allows the intellect, let me become a thinker, understand, follow what is right. Don't be so serious. There is no serious topic, is there? All my every topic is, if you are a seeker, it goes deeper inside. If you are not a seeker, you will feel bored. Okay, he talks, that doesn't make any sense because I want to live with all my likes and dislikes. That is what the life is. So live your life. Bye bye. Thank you very much. You know, Look at it. It's a universal principle. So what happens? I wake up in the morning, and now see that what happens. Now you have a steady intellect. You wake up in the morning. Mind is not carried away by the likes and dislikes. You wake up, you sit on the bed, your eyes are closed. Mind is free from the likes and dislikes. You have that emotional maturity. The thought comes and you are observing. Required, not required. Filter out. You simply enter into meditation. Every day. If that happens, you are a seeker. You will never leave this journey. Only a few minutes of contemplation. Means from a non thinker, I become a thinker. Simple. Mango. Remember, John, tell the mango story to your honey later. Oh no, she will listen to the audio. So you see that. So now see that what we say, another master who was totally illiterate. I'm referring, I'm keeping my focus on today's topic. He says this Eastern wisdom is like a mother to the intellect who nurtures the intellect. Eastern wisdom is knowledge, instrument of knowledge that aims at self discovery. So, Eastern wisdom nurtures, grows, evolves this intellect like a son to the mother. 50% of our distractions, wandering mind, and the delusion is gone, and the rest goes away, removes by the practice. Are you getting it? So simple. What should I do? If a person, is always full of reaction, what should I do? Person is crazy, what should I do? Does the mango ask, what should I do? I will remain sweet. Are you getting it? Internally, that mind, because it behaves and reacts because of the past impression. And that past impression creates a mask, and that mask is known as a personality. Then I go with a long story. I can tell you that even if you are there with that person, you will not stop reacting. I narrate a good story. We have done it. I have done it in my life. Not a big deal. But once I understood it, mind remains free from this. And that mind succeeds in meditation. Think of it. Just think. Just think. So, Master says, so then we will use another topic, that how we can become steady and intellect can be steady in day to day life. So, see that it all, because we are a human being, the intellect, again, I'm stressing, the intellect is free to observe, plus free to understand. Free means it has a freedom. Animals do not have that freedom. You see that they have an inbuilt mind or intellect. They are also intelligent. They cannot separate it. If they separate, then instead of we put the tiger into the cage, they will put us into the cage. So simple to understand. So simple. My pet, I love you. He does not understand, or she does not understand. Pet really loves you? Very good. Don't give your pet food for 2 days. Let me see whether he loves you. Inbuilt mechanism. You are giving food, so he also says that let me lick you. I tell you, right now, it doesn't mean that you should not keep the pet. Now, I'm just talking about the animal mind. Really, any pet loves you, don't give him the food for 2 days. Let me see. But at least we say, even if you hate me, I love you. We human beings. Understand that very clearly. You start today move from a non-thinker to a thinker. The moment your mind reacts, you sit down even for a minute. I will react my mind, but let me understand it. And the very understanding moves you from a non thinker to a thinker. That reaction will evaporate. But why should you do this? Why should you do this? Why shouldn't you blame others? Why shouldn't you do for the why should you do for the sake of others? That is inbuilt ego that we have created. One wife told me last month, what do you think that, I should remain calm all the time and he should make me crazy all the time? You cannot understand. You cannot understand the importance of a steady intellect. Think of this. Buddha, in the first of the Eightfold Noble Path, he says the right knowledge. First principle is the right knowledge. And the sixth of the Eightfold Noble Path is mindfulness practice. And what we do, forget all the first five paths, close your eyes, practice meditation, you will succeed. Now, have you heard about Eightfold Noble Path of the Buddha? The sixth, no, even not sixth, even the seventh path is known as mindfulness practice. The first six only talks about knowledge, right knowledge, from becoming a non-thinker to a thinker. You see that if you know that right knowledge, Right livelihood, it means that livelihood where mind does not cause any reaction, right thought, right speech, right action, right effort. What we are understanding, the steady intellect, he you classified into 6 different stages or steps. All, any master from the East and West. So, my dear friends, even if you did not get anything until today, I agree with you. Why shouldn't I agree with you? I don't want to make you upset. I agree with you. But can we start from move our intellect from a non thinker to a thinker? And you will see a tremendous change. Hatred, my mind says I hate. Come on, hold on. Let me understand what is hatred. It will go. What I have to do? So, what is a steady intellect? For the sake, you will listen to it, I know, but still I'm repeating. And then we will understand the 4 different types of intellect. 4 different types of intellect in our day to day life. In the have we covered? No. Did we cover 4 types of intellect? No. So we will cover uh, in the next week. But I'm saying just, the steady intellect is like a sweet mango. Sophie. That's what I was talking to everyone. So I'm repeating. So I had a beautiful conversation with the sweet mango yesterday, and I asked him that if I put you behind the jalapeno, he said, "No worries, I will remain sweet." So if your mind is blaming the other person is like a jalapeno, I will remain sweet. Internally, don't distort the argument. What will I do if there is a snake beside me? So that's the wrong logic. Why should you remain with the snake at the first step? So if I put you into the salt, no problem. I will remain sweet, mango says. No worries. I will not change my nature. Means my knowledge is steady. Are you getting it? Internally, my knowledge is steady that if I remain calm by understanding my mind through the intellect, it benefits me. It benefits me. Why should I react? Why should I drain my energy? Anyone. The honey includes husband, wife, mother, son, daughter, friend, stranger, anyone. So what happens? Master says, in that case, your mind calms down, stops distraction, and that mind is qualified and fit to succeed in meditation. Did you get it? Let us start our practice now. You came at the right time, Sophie.